Okay. Say that again.
So one thing that's a little counterintuitive is your throttle and your stick shift is all, your gear shift is all one unit. So right now when it's straight up and down at 12 o'clock, you're in neutral.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
When you want to have the throttle and stay in neutral, you push this button in
Okay.
and you lift this thing up, and this allows you to have throttle but you're still in neutral.
Got it. So you
Okay?
don't move.
So you
Got
don't
it.
move. So
Yeah.
usually when you start it, you want to have, you put the throttle up to about 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
So that when you're starting it, you have a little bit of throttle to start up the engine.
Okay.
Okay. Then once you're ready to go, you come back to 12 and it clicks. So now you're no longer in the neutral throttle mode.
Okay.
Okay. To go in reverse, you pull it straight back.
Yeah.
And what's a little bit counterintuitive is most people, beginners, tend to pull it back super gently,
Yeah.
and it's a friction clutch.
Okay.
So you have to go from 12 to 1 to actually get it into gear.
Okay.
And
So
you'll
just-
hear it clunk when it
Okay.
goes into reverse.
Okay.
And the same thing for forward.
Okay.
To go forward, you go from 12 to 11,
Okay.
and you're in forward.
Okay.
Okay?
Got it.
So let's start the engine. We're going to put it into neutral again, neutral throttle.
Yeah.
So started really easily. That's a really great sign.
Yeah.
So just to experience the throttle.
Okay. What is that doing exactly?
Well,
Just
you
putting more.
You're giving more gas.
To the
so
engine.
the engine's revving a little higher.
Okay. Why is it called a throttle?
I'm not sure. So this doesn't. So this is broken. That doesn't make sense. It wouldn't be running at 3,000 RPMs.
Okay.
So that gauge is broken. It should be probably about 1,000.
Okay.
So that's a bit unfortunate.
Okay. Now you're trimming it up and trimming it down.
And just seeing if the trim gauge is working.
Yeah.
And so one of the things, it looks like these two bars,
Yeah.
when you're in running mode,
Yeah.
you should have it not any higher than the higher bar.
Okay. So in where it says on,
Right,
in
right here?
between. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go down to the bottom.
Or you go down to the bottom all the way.
You want to go all the way to the bottom when you're at idle speed.
Okay.
And then I'll show you how to adjust the trim when the boat's planing.
Okay.
But basically, when we're out on a plane, when we're starting and we're going to go up on a plane, you have it all the way down.
Yeah.
So the boat will get up on a plane, and then once you're planing,
Yeah.
you you can sometimes tilt the boat up a little bit so that it's not quite plowing as much.
Okay.
Now, how you can sometimes just the feel, it looks like you're not plowing the boat as much. The telltale sign is the engine will rev a little higher because it's not having to work as hard plowing the boat.
Okay.
And you can sometimes double check because the throttle will go up another 100 or 200 RPM if you're not plowing as much.
Okay.
You're not going to have that.
Because it's not showing us that. Yeah. Okay.
Then you have temperature gauge.
Yeah.
So one of the concerns is if you go above 200, that's a bad sign. You could be overheating the engine.
Yep.
And then oil pressure.
Yeah.
Typically 40 to 60 is where the engine oil pressure is.
Okay.
When the engine gets hotter, the oil pressure, my engine starts off at 60, and as I run it and the oil gets hotter, it drops down to 40.
Okay. Okay.
Voltage just shows that usually if you're charging, you're a little bit over 12,
Yeah.
and then that's
gas.
so you're in good shape.
Yeah.
This is sort of a depth sounder.
Depth finder. Yeah.
So other than that, you're pretty good.
Okay. So do you have to do anything with the bilge at this point, or what else is there?
So this is ancillary. So that's for probably running the lights down below.
Yep.
When you're running it at night, you then turn to navigation, and there should be lights up front.
There. Okay.
A green and a red light, and sometimes there's a red light stanchion Actually, it's on.
Right there.
So that's your rear light stanchion.
Okay.
Sometimes the light stanchion can be pulled out.
Yeah.
You got to train the kids to make sure they don't grab onto it for balance if they're about to fall off the swim platform, because they can break it.
Okay.
That's why sometimes you pull it out
Especially have to watch Graham for that.
if the boys are roughhousing, rumbling. You can easily break one of those things off.
Okay.
I
Got
would
it.
assume that it's removable, but
I think it goes in and out.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it is removable. So if you're boating at night, you should have navigation lights on. That's your rear light, and the front lights you can't see, but they're forward.
Okay. So that's right there now.
So I'm going to turn it back to ancillary.
Okay.
Bilge. So the bilge it's automatically on. I think it's probably automatic.
Okay.
So that if most boats have a float switch, so if there's kind of like a sump pump in your house.
Yeah. It goes on when it raises.
When there's enough water in the bilge to trigger the float, then it turns on.
Okay.
I have a manual switch, so
Okay.
I can do it. It runs automatically, but I can also put it on manual.
Okay.
I can't tell if this has a manual off.
Okay.
Bilge, accessory, both.
Not sure.
Not sure.
Okay. I videoed him as well, explaining things, so it might be there.
Pretty wimpy horn.
Yeah, I know. Should get a new air horn or whatever, or something.
It's more just to buzz your friends when you're going by.
Ah, okay.
Okay, so we're ready to go.
We're ready to go.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we gotta untie
Untie.
things. So what's the deal with these things? Are they just for shade? I know that's Bimini.
Yeah, it's just for shade.
Top.
Some people find the light the sunlight too hard.
Okay.